Hey guys, welcome back to Transport Fever, episode number 4. Now I've had a bit of a look on Steam about a few guides for our delivery system, delivering certain things. So I want to have a quick look and see if we can work out how it all works. So for Seattle, from what I can understand, they want 57 tons of fuel per calendar year, and each calendar year takes 12 minutes real time at single speed, which is 720 seconds. So what you want to do is, so obviously have 57 divided by 720 will give you an amount, which in this case is 0.08. That is what they want to receive, but that's per second. So we want to keep the demand from here to here, or the delivery. The delivery of the frequency wants to be the same, or a little bit less. If you have any more than that, obviously they will stop producing because you're delivering too much. So for this crude oil here to continue to produce, they need to have the demand here, which I think might be the potential. Yeah, the demand here. Then they also need to want to get crude oil. They also need the demand from the city. So I want to set up a train line from here to here to here. This is going to be like a trial thing, and to see how it works. So I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll give it a whirl and see what happens. So I want to bring a road out here. Now we want to deliver the fuel to the industrial area, which is yellow. So I'd like to bring in a station, say here somewhere. Just compare prices of demolishing things. It's all about 152, so maybe in the middle there. Now, can we upgrade maybe to a medium street? No. To a small street? Yes. That'll do. Probably should have put that down in the first place. So we want to have cargo terminal. Now, the usual thing, I'd like to do a 320 long. Whacking here, but look at that bloody terrain. Damn. It's going to be a massive issue. We can't even put anything in there because of the terrain. So drop it to 240. That'll help, but it's still really high. 160. Yeah, we'll just do 160, I guess. Try and keep our trains down to a minimum. Rotate a little bit and have a look where we are here. That'll do, I think. We'll just whack this in here. So that's in there. I've only done 2 just in case we want to get something from somewhere else. So now we'll do the same here. Train station. We'll do a side station. Now money is low. I've only borrowed 2 mil, so I'll bump it up to 5. Let's have a quick look. Crude oil is there. Maybe like this. That'll do. Now we'll head down here. I've done a double there because there's another crude oil here, so we might be able to take in 2 lots of crude oil once their demand increases. So at this point in time, I was going to do a 1 station down here. Move it over a little bit just in case we want to upgrade it later on. So now I'll get the train line sorted. I like to keep everything above 100 k's if we can. It's 120 to there, then 100 from there to there. Probably should have done that triple line. Might quickly do that, just upgrade to triple width. I know it's going to cost us more money, but that's fine. So now we'll come out this side here. Keep the speed up to 100 if we can. I'm not sure what else we may need in there, so that's got oil from there to there, but we won't worry about that yet. You can go in either side, but oh, look at that terrain adjustment. That is absolutely shocking. Unfortunately, we have to do it if we want to deliver into there. So it's only a trial thing, so we'll see how we go. We'll whack that in. Now I've worked out Seattle wants 0.08. Per second. So I want to bring this out and around, say to there somewhere. See if we can bring a line from there into here. I don't think it's going to like it much. From there to there, that'll do. So we can have the one depot for connection. Probably it did for the trains. One train depot. Beautiful. So I'll change the name of this quickly. So Seattle Oil Well. Seattle Oil Well Station. Seattle Oil Refinery. Seattle Oil Refinery Station. Stat will do. Need to do a new line. So new line, we'll go from here to here. Now it's yellow, so do we do yellow again? I don't think we have any. Yeah, we've got one there, so we'll just do it yellow. Or should we do black because it's crude oil? We'll just do black because it's crude oil. Why not? So Seattle crude oil line, we'll call it. Now we'll do another new line from here to here, which will be fuel. So the Seattle fuel line, lower Seattle, change that to Seattle industrial receiving. Done and done. Now I think it's only a short trip, so I don't think we need to go the fastest trains out. Might just go the slower bulb, and why not? It's the cheapest one as it is, so. And we want them. We want it to pick up only crude oil, so I only want one for now. Set him on crude oil line. Seattle crude oil T1, and I want 0.08. No, we can't even put that there. So we'll just do T1. We'll have a look at it. I've got everything jotted down here, so build another train. Yellow. We want fuel. Buy. Set it on the Seattle fuel line. So Seattle fuel T1. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Quickly before I forget, on the rail, we want to put in a signal just there. Put speed number 1. Need to look at our frequency now. So our frequency so we need to put down our total delivery potential, which is 7, divided by our frequency, which for the crude oil is 4 minutes, so 240. And there's only one train on the line, so we need to quickly grab our calculator, and we want to do 7 divided by 240. Oops, if I can do it properly, 7 divided by 240 equals 0.03, you might as well say. That's for our, I'll put crude oil. Now our fuel will be 7 divided by 180, because it's at 3 minutes. Let's do 7 divided by 180 equals 0.04 I should say, for fuel line. So by looking at that, I would say we'll need one more carriage for our fuel line. If that's correct, I think. Yeah, so one more carriage for our fuel line and 2 more for our crude oil to optimize it. I think, if I can understand the instructions correctly, that is. So we'll fast forward and keep an eye on it. Let's see what he's going to have when he gets back. He won't have anything yet, so we want to bring all these up. So he's got 7 waiting there. So crude oil, we should say 21 from there to there. Should take 14 from there to there, if we have it optimized correctly. So we'll just flick through and have a look at this and see how this goes. Now I've just found this on the Steam community section, I guess in the workshop area. So I've been having a little bit of trouble working out exactly how things are going to work. So I've had another quick look. So if I do calculate, so we've got 7 going at the moment, so we've got 14 crude oil, which will be divided by 240 seconds, which will equal 0.05, so 0.06, and we really need 0.08. So we'll go 0.09 if we have a second carriage on. So 14 divided by 180, which is for the fuel, will give us 0.07, which is close to 0.08. So 3 crude oil. Quickly pause this. We will send him to the depot. Has he got anything on? We've got nothing on yet. So buy trains, we will go black. Slow the speed right down. Crude oil, buy. Send him back on the crude oil line. So I want to put this down now. So put the outcome here. So now we've got 21 possible. So 21 tons of crude oil divided by 240 seconds, which is our frequency, equals 0.875. So I'll put 0.9. Now I'm going to get this guy in. They're producing, but they're not doing any fuel yet. So I'm going to get him to the depot. Bring that up. buy trains, head down here, fuel, and we want yellow. Now quickly, while he's on his way, we're going to have 14 total fuel possible delivery divided by 180 seconds, which is our frequency, which will be 0.07. So we will rename him 0.08. Now, did we do this one wrong? Yeah, because it should be 0.09. There we go. Still nothing waiting there, unfortunately. So we'll speed up, monitor this, and then we'll see how this is going to work out for us. So we'll go to saddle fuel line, speed it back up. Still no fuel waiting, unfortunately. Production's there, but they're not producing fuel. Try to ship more fuel. Well, that's the plan. Let's start producing some and we'll start shipping it. So now, crude oil just delivered our first lot of 21. Finances, see, we've got a profit there. That's exactly what we want. Still got no fuel waiting. Still none being produced, so this may take a little bit of time for this to get produced. Now, there's no point in putting a second crude oil refinery into here. Well, there we go, we've got one fuel, perfect. It's got 20 coming back, which I'd say 18 and 19 would be optimal for that. So once this production gets in full swing, we'll be fine. So I really want to have, well, every time he comes back there should be 14 here if we've got it correctly. So there's no percentage here as yet. So he's picked up 3 fuel. He's got 20 crude oil on again. So we'll see if we can try and get this to 14 when he heads back, and if it does, then we know we're doing the right thing. And this may actually work. So there's 5 there now, 6. So we're only delivering 4%. A quick look at our lines. So we're still, or they've dropped to 3 minutes and 3 minutes. So this could be, say, 3 minutes and 29 seconds. That's why it says 3 minutes. If it was 3 minutes and 31 seconds, it might say 4 minutes. So it's sort of hard to optimize. But this guy, oh, they're still producing a lot. So he's got 14 on board now. See, if we may need to bump it up a little bit, I'm not too sure. But by the calculations, if I've calculated it properly through what I'm looking at, this Steam community guide, I might even put the link in the video if I remember. I'll put a note there. I'll just put add guide link. So for you who are also playing at home, you'll know. So there's 14 back here again already. 16 of 57, 28%, which is good. There's a lot of crude oil waiting again, but we don't want to ship too much. If we start shipping, see, 100 of 100 production, which is awesome. That's what we want. This guy's 74 of 100, so it's not too bad. But he's full again. He's full again. They're both making a profit. So we'll monitor this. So we may need to bump it up a little bit. Let's keep an eye on this number. So it's gone back down to 25%. Back to 56%. So we really want to get, say, 3 deliveries per year. Actually, no, we want to get 4 deliveries per year if we can. So it's still 59%. So we need to monitor it for a full year and see from the 1st of January to the end of that year to work out what it's going to be. So see if this bumps up now. Still says 58%. So calculations might not be correct, but that's from what this guide is telling me. This is what we should be doing. This guy's 21, and there's way more there than what we actually need. So it's still 60%. So this may be a little bit boring to some, but we'll keep a look at it. We'll have a look at the 1st of January. We'll work out how many deliveries we actually get. So 57%. It's actually dropped now, down to 60. No, it's actually increased, sorry, to 60. It was 57. So that's another thing, you have to come back and monitor it at all times, because it may be 57 now, but you let this go for say 10 years, come back, and it'll be 120, so it's nearly doubled. Okay, so we've got the San Diego electric trolley. So now we want to monitor how many deliveries of fuel we get per year. So we'll zoom in on him and have a look. Nice bright yellow. He's struggling a little bit to get up this hill. So that's 1 delivery. Their finances made 129,000 last year. He made 161 last year. Just heading back with 14 on board. So obviously we can also work out how many deliveries we get per year, and then we can times it by 14, which is how many we've actually got on. We may need to put 1 extra carriage on, which will give us the number that we need. So June, that's 2. So we may only get 3 deliveries this year. We've definitely got a lot of crude oil and a lot of fuel they're waiting to go. So our jobs there for our fuel in Seattle is now 76%, so it's good. Okay, so this will be delivery number 3. The finances still making money, both still making money. So this will be our 3rd delivery of the year. So we've delivered a total of 42 fuel. I don't think we'll get another one this year. So if we had an extra carriage on, we'll get an extra 21 on top, so that'll be 63. That'll be 63 per year, so which is just above what we need there. So we'll have a look. We're not going to make it by the end of this year. Oop, another new vehicle. Steam lorry. So we made money, so what we'll do is head him back to the depot. So we made 42 total. So now we'll do 21, 42, so 63 if we have times 3 carriages. If we have times 4, we'll do 28, 56, 84. So that's too many. So we'll just bump him up to 3. What I might do, buy a train, tank car, we'll make them black because they look a bit silly being yellow. Now crude oil wise, black, can we change the colour now? I'm not sure if we actually can. Actually, we just sell all 3, make it fuel, 1, 2, 3, send him back on Seattle fuel line. Now there's 103 waiting there, so there's heaps waiting here. Productions can increase to 200. So they've only got 11 stored, so they're definitely using a lot more than, I guess, well, they're using what we're delivering. So we'll see how much they've got left when we deliver this time by. So they're pretty much going to run out before we can give them exactly what they need. So yeah, they've definitely run out before. So we'll send them to the depot as well. Let's grab 2 more crude oil and black. Bang bang. Send him back on the crude oil line. So we're 61% at the moment. So as we know, we don't want to go out too hard too fast. That's when we have issues. And for us, if we were just going from here to here, backwards and forwards, I wouldn't do anything because they would only take as much as they can, produce as much as they need, and then there's no point producing anymore because we're not delivering it anywhere. So you really need to have one full line set up before you can get it to work. Okay, so we'll skip through again and have another quick look. We want to monitor, we'll get rid of both of these. I want to keep an eye on that as well to make sure we've still got some stored when he gets back. Even 1 will be perfect. So we're still not keeping up with the demand at this point in time. Money wise, we're doing well for both. So 78% now, which is good. So we'll drop all them off. We should have 30, should be 35 still where they're using it quick. So we'll see how much they've got stored when we get back. So obviously this is the best way for us to make money. It's a lot of monitoring, I guess, a lot of slowing things down and keeping an eye on things. We're nearly clear of our debt already. So still 19 stored there. Both making a decent profit. Another new vehicle. State car. Don't need that right now. In debt. So we'll keep an eye on our percentage over there with our jobs in Seattle. 67%, see what that bumps up to. Now we've got 6 stored, 5, 4. So we're definitely not, it's definitely still having some left behind. So I think they've got a potential of 142 to be stored. And products of the fuel is 99 potential to be stored there. So we could probably still bump up the fuel a little bit, I think, because we're still not getting to that 100% level yet. Still got 72 left down there. The Seattle Oil Refinery Station. Or the oil well station, I should say. Production is at 200, so they're pumping out production now. So it's dropping again, so it's 66%. See what it bumps up to this time. %. So it's getting higher each time. There's 42 stored. So we may get to the point where the 4 carriages may be a little bit too much, but we'll see. So once this is delivered, we'll see how this goes. If this hits 100%, then we'll know we won't need an extra carriage on this one. Obviously, I know we've still got heaps left here. Keep it on that stored number again. So it's 82%. See what it jumps up to. Making a huge profit, which is great. It's 89%. So we're definitely doing well with that as far as that's concerned. So 13 stored. So we should be fine for a little while with these guys running as they are. So now our other option is we've got another oil refinery here and here. Is there any over here anywhere? No, there's not. So there's a couple of crude oils here. There's one refinery there. So that's a fairly hefty trip from there to there. We don't want this guy. Yeah, I don't know if we'll be able to actually get. Oh, there's still products stored, and the production's at 100. So I don't know if you'll be able to get. So what do we need? We need oil or grain for plastic. So I'm not too sure if we'd actually be able to get some oil out of here as well as fuel that way, and then plastics from there to here. So they accept, no, they don't accept plastics. So where accepts plastics? Down here, but they need wood as well. So that's not something we can do at this point in time. So we go from here to here if we want to keep doing oil, and from there to there. I know it's a hefty trip, but there's another crude oil there. It's just one of those things, I guess, that we need to keep an eye on, but definitely doing well. See, it's at 87%. We'll fast forward it now and see what it jumps up to once this one gets delivered. Another 85,000 in the bank. 80%, what are we going to be? 85. So the potential to get one more carriage there, I guess. They've still got 17 stored. So we bump this guy to the depot. We might put one more fuel carriage on. We'll need to monitor it, obviously, as I've said. The usual thing. Get rid of that. Pause. Shuffle him up onto there. Set him back on his fuel line. And off they go. Now we need to keep an eye on Seattle again. Still got tons of production going on there. There's only production's only 90. So, but the other issue is we can't really take oil out of here to go somewhere else, because I don't know if it'll actually allow you to use the two lines, which I have tried that in the past, and it hasn't worked. So it's still at 81%. Once this is delivered, we'll see what sort of percentage it is. Have a look at our lines. So the crude oil's gone back to 4 minutes. The fuel line's still at 3, so it's sort of jumping up and down a little bit. So it's a little bit more money. Made 206,000 profit last year, so it's 90% now. We made 160, 140 so far this year. It's like we could actually bump it up a little bit, another carriage each, but I don't want to push too hard. So we've got a lot still waiting here. The issue we have is like the stored amount. I don't want to have a stored amount through the roof. We want to just be having more stored. I'll be increasing our stored each time, not by too much. Once we hit that 180 stored, then we're going to start producing less here to deliver to here. So it's 85%. We'll see what it is this time once it comes in. %, so it's slowly increasing, so it's going the right direction. Okay, so we've got another oil refinery here. Got Denton here, so we're going to have an oil refinery go around into here, then back to Denton. I don't know, we can possibly try it. I might even try it off camera and actually have fuel to here, and then maybe down to Midland as well. Just see what we can do, see if it actually is going to allow us to do that. Just have a look at the lay of the land. There's a little bit of a rise through there. Not too bad, that's probably the flattest from there to there. And let's have a look at Chicago. So we've already got a station there, we just need to get an extra line, and if we do that, as we know, it'll get rid of everything from here. Do we need 4 lines? So it'll go from there to there and then to there. We might not have anything else going in, but we'll do 4 anyway. So if we hit the apply button, we'll see that everything from here down like disappears, so it goes back to the start. And now he's lost everything and turned around as well. So that's one of the issues that you're going to face when you go upgrading things. Now I want to put in a station here as well, so bring that out a little bit. Station, we want one of these stations. We want 2 platform length. We'll just leave it 160 again, doesn't matter too much. So put that in there, grab this line. I want to try and do like a slow curve. That should be good, I think. Oop, saving again, no new vehicle this time. That's fine. From there to there. Now we want to get this guy over to here. So I'm thinking we'll just bridge it over the top there. Let's have a look where the road is. Put in a station. We'll just do an end station. We'll do a double station just because, just in case, I guess. May not need it. Now we'll go around the back of that depot. Now, I'm not sure how much room we're going to need, so we go M. No, it won't actually allow us to build a bridge. Okay, I thought it might have allowed us to do it. Oh, there we go. So I need to start way back by the looks of that. So I prefer to have a bridge if we can. From there to there, and we go from here. We want to level it now. We'll head back down. Spin it around this way and have a look where we're going. Now, spin this one around this way as well. There to there, is that connected? Beautiful. So we're gonna, I'm thinking we'll whack in a depot down the back here. From there to there. This guy can go from there into here. Speed isn't too big an issue. Spin this around. Now, put in new lines. So from here to here, we'll call it Chicago oil line. It's crude oil, isn't it? So we'll do crude oil line. Done. New line from here to here. We want it yellow, and it'll be Chicago fuel. So you might do it red. Do it bright red, why not? Change that to red. Get that train, go to details, change that to red as well. Go back to overview. Oop, the whole train went red. Okay, that's fine. Now, quickly work out roughly what they're after. So jot it down. So we'll put Chicago. So I'm still learning this as I go. I've only just found it. So they want 76 fuel divided by 720. So I'll just grab my calculator up again. Where is it? 76 divided by 720 equals, so 0.10. That's supposed to be per second. So I'll probably do get our crude oil. We want the fastest train we've got, and we want black. Can't even afford it because we've got no money. I'll just borrow 5 mil. We will pay it back, obviously, as we always do. I want a tank car. Crude oil, say 1, 2, 3, 4 crude oil. Set him on the Chicago crude oil line. Chicago crude oil T1. Now we'll buy this one as well. We'll change it to red. Buy. We'll get the tank car. We'll do it black. We'll change it to fuel, and we'll only get 3. Okay, we'll set him. We need to click on him. Can we? Won't work. So we go Chicago fuel line. And we'll wait for him to come out. Go Chicago fuel T1. Quickly bring up our lines. So, see, I think we're probably better off bringing up this one. I think it gives you better info. So there we go. So we'll name Chicago fuel line. So you've got 21 divided by, it's going to take us 3 minutes, so divided by 180 equals something. Hold on. 21 divided by 180 equals, whoop, didn't do it right. 21 divided by 180 equals 0.11. So that works well for that. Now we've got 28 for the crude oil, so we've got 28 divided by crude oil 5 minutes, so 300 equals, so 28 divided by 300 equals 0.09. So not far off, both pretty close, so it's a pretty good guess. Now we'll do the usual, bring this up, change this to Chicago crude oil station, bring this one up as well, get down so we can see properly, we'll call it Chicago oil refinery stat, and bring up Chicago itself. Keep an eye on our percentage of fuel going in. The other way you can keep an eye on it is just to have a look at the crude oil and the fuel line and see what they're bringing down. So you've got potential to store 66, potential to store 57 fuel. So we probably could have waited before we put this train on the line, but that's fine. He's going to be using money, but let's have a look. We're not getting all of the industry, unfortunately. So to fix that, you can put in a depot here and run fuel from there to there, like in trucks, I think. So we've got 94% food, so we can go back and look at, I can look at these lines off camera and optimize these a bit better. So look at, obviously they're going to produce, got a new ship, the Klondike. We're going to produce the oil first, as they usually do. So he's got, how many did he get that time? 17? Yep, 17 on board. Heading back down. Have a look here. 58 stored, potential of 55, 44 production. So we need to keep getting this train down into here. Right with him over the new bridge. Bit of a roller coaster. Watch him head in. So hopefully we can start producing some fuel now. Probably won't until they produce all the oil they need to first. So this guy's still not making any money. This guy is making a profit, so that's good to see. So we're just over 50 minutes recording, so I don't want to keep it too much longer. She'll have 22 when he heads back, 23. Quickly, still fuel and everything everywhere here. We're still 95%, so we don't want to go bumping that too much high. We could probably put one more carriage on each and try and get it just above 100%. Might grab this train if I can and stop him quickly. I want to wait till we get some fuel in there. So he's losing a bit of money, but we'll start repaying our loan. Bam, 259. Now, hopefully when this hits 29, I think is the magic number, it'll start producing fuel. Yep, there we go. See? Fuel here. So we'll set him on his line. There is a path. Turn around and go the other way, please. We'll only pick up one, but that'll encourage them to start delivering us some more, hopefully. There we go, one more there. So 30 there, so we're going to have a full load on the way back. Finances, he's making money again. So it takes a fair few years to get it optimized, but I think if you start with these basics, which this was just a guess for me to guess that, and it's worked out not too bad. So you got 0.1 tons of fuel per second for Chicago itself. Another new vehicle, a tank car. Well, we could have got that a bit sooner. Then we've got crude oils delivering 0.09 tons per second, and the fuel will be delivering 0.11 tons per second. So we should be pretty optimal for what they're after. Now there should be, there's still heaps stored here, so this guy's making money, so we can cross him off. Keep an eye on this guy. He's probably not going to make any money for a little while. Made $6 grand last year. $54.9. So we're at mediocre now. So we're building slowly. So they've still got 20 in stock here with potential of 60. So we need those to start heading here. We've got none stored. So the best thing to do, I think, would be, if you're going to play on normal speed, we're not doing a let's play, would be to obviously grab a piece of paper, put down, say, like Chicago crude oil / fuel line, work out, sort of have one section at the top working out their current requirements here and what you need per second, then have your fuel delivery, crude oil delivery, and monitor it, and then say come back every 5 years or so and just make sure you're not under delivering, you're still doing a fairly good job, or you're not over delivering and actually starting to lose money. So he should be in a profit very soon. Still got heaps of oil here waiting. He should be in a profit. He is by a lot, which is awesome. And obviously the further we deliver the crude oil from here to here, the more we make. The further we deliver the fuel from here to here, the more we make as well. So if you can deliver, say, crude oil from here to the other side of the map and then deliver fuel back to Chicago, you make a lot of money. If you can optimize these numbers, it'll be perfect. So we're going to profit now. Yep, 36 or 50, 56.1k per year profit we are. So I guess we'll call that an episode. We might wait till we hit 1900s, shall we? We'll work out what we're going to do for the next episode. Maybe continue on with this and trying to optimize things. We'll have a look and optimize this line. Haven't got any other lines anywhere else, have we? No. Okay. So there's 17 there, so there might be 21 by the time they arrive. Yeah, so optimize this line, and obviously optimize this one. Optimize the food because we are at 94%, and he's got 28 available, and he's taken 22. So once I work out those numbers, we could probably optimize that a little bit better. See, 315,000 he just got. Have a look. Still production of 98 of 100. So that's what you want. That's what you want to see. He's making 600,000 this year. He's got a full load this time. This guy. So we know we've optimized that fairly well. It's still mediocre deliveries here, but coming up close, 1900, so we'll slow it right down. Meep meep. What did we get? What did we get? Looks like a new ship. The Vandal. And a Mack truck and a 6-axle passenger car. So we can bump up our passenger cars now. And also we've got a Mack truck, so we'll go and have a look. Where are we? Go down into Austin where we started. Wide road vehicles, Mack truck. Does 25 Ks and does 9 passengers instead of the 18 Ks and 5 passengers. Yeah, so we can fix all that up. So we're in a profit yet. 121k profit this year. So beautiful. So it's optimized fairly well, I think. We're still mediocre with our deliveries here, but we should have 21 by the time they get back as well. So as I said, we'll call that episode 4, optimization for here, for the crude oil and fuel line. We need to probably monitor this as well with Seattle. So there's still only 62 and the delivery is 92%, but there's a lot here. So we've got the possibility to gain 1 extra carriage on each, but we don't want to go pushing it too hard. So he stored to 161. So we don't want this production to drop too much. But yeah, so that's what we're going to have to monitor a lot of things. We'll have a look at our loan quickly. Only got $500,000 left on our loan. So yeah, we'll call that episode number 4. I'll try to remember to add the guide link, which I've used for this video, which does work well. I don't think it's 100%. But then again, maybe it is, because here we're at 92%. Things are running well. Obviously there's a lot left behind, but if we start putting, say, 10 cars on here, 10 on here, it'll deliver it faster or make more money, but then all of a sudden this production will drop to 0, and that'll drop to 0, and they won't want any more stuff. So you need to keep them wanting stuff. You need to keep them producing stuff that they want, and also they need to be able to want more crude oil to get the production here. So it's a full line of stuff. So they will only produce what they want. They will only produce what Seattle wants. So you've got to be careful not to over deliver, which means they're all getting too much and their production is going to drop down and you're going to end up just going backwards, losing money. So yep, so that's been episode number 4. I'll stop rambling on now. We've just gone over the hour mark. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Put in the comments if you've used this guide before. If you haven't, would you like to see more of this guide? Would you like me to do a bit more optimization and work out certain things and probably work out? I think I've explained it well enough. Once you have a look on the guide link, you should be able to understand it a bit easier. I read through it and I was like, oh, geez, yeah, a bit confused to start with, but once you work it out and get your head around how it works, it'll be perfect. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in episode number 5. We come back to do some more optimization and more expanding and see how we go from there.